Hi, Assalamualaikum and good afternoon, and we're back again for our podcast today, and we have a very special guest, but unfortunately they cannot come physically, but they are here online. I'll present to you Mr. Anik Shakir and Miss Ain Ishra. Hello, how are you guys today?
Hello, I'm Anik Shakir and you guys can call Anik. Unfortunately, I cannot come to your physical studio today, but as I have promised to the production, I would do this session with our lovely Lin Ramli, and this is it.
Hello, my name is Narayan Inshira. I'm a social worker. You guys can call me Ain.
So, as we already know, cancer is one of the disease that is very, very concerning these days, and we have a lot of cancer. We have brain cancer, we have prostate cancer, and a lot more. So, may I ask both of you, do you have any experience about cancer, and do you have any assumption about cancer in the society? So, Mr. Anik, maybe you can tell us about your experience.
Okay, when we talk about cancer, this is my assumption of my story of cancer. My great grandfather was still a cancer patient, and he was in the bed all the day long, and it is a very, very sad to see him like that. It is a very sad thing to do, to see him struggling to do things. And for me, it's not a problem, and I don't have an assumption about cancer survival, but one of a few things that I have been heard that passing around people is they are afraid to admit that they have a cancer among their family. And even though it's not a shame to have a cancer, but I know it's a very, very critical disease and deadliest disease, but there's no problem with it. And with you being true to yourself and tell others, significant level, or anyone in your family that you have a cancer, you will have a better moral support. So basically there's no problem with it.
Okay, since cancer is one of the most popular disease, I understand that at least we know someone, or either they're our family or just celebrities out there that have cancer, and this could actually make us realize on how dangerous it could become. I see. So how about you, Miss Ain?
I do have an experience with this cancer cervix, which is my aunt died because of this cancer. I don't know much about this cancer, but I do have some research about it. Cervical cancer is a type of cancer that occurs in cervix, and the symptoms is weight loss, menopause, and also bleeding at the vagina. Treatment option for this cancer is radiation therapy and chemotherapy.
Now that we already know their experiences, I wanted to know what are the way, in their opinion, to persuade people who have this illness to go for medical checkup. And what do you think about the stigma of being scared to go for medical checkup?
I think the assumption that among the society is they don't know much about this cancer because it's a very rare cancer, and we don't really hear much about this cancer from people and stuff. Persuading people to do medical checkup is very challenging, as different people have different type of motivation. One of the way to persuade them to do medical checkup is by providing clear information. You can tell people how to tell them more about this cancer, the symptoms of it, and how to do medical checkup, and also treatment options for this cancer, so that they will know much about this cancer. Second is addressing concern and fears about this cancer, such as tell them about the cost of the treatment, and also what the side effect, what the good and bad side effect about this cancer after do the treatment. Lastly, which is I think it's will help, is by using social media influencer. We can pay them to talk more about this cancer, especially for young people, especially for youth, because they usually use social media, so it's easy for them to know and learn more about this cancer. Oh yeah, I forget that if they still afraid to do that, to do medical checkup, we can offer social support. We can call like psychiatrists to give counseling and emotional support for them, and also remove the barrier, which is like give a free transportation, and also give a lot of mental support for them, and of course encourage them to seek for help. It's really hard and very challenging, so we must take an action, which is we can give them education, tell them more about this cancer, make an access to healthcare much more easier for them to go to the clinic, government clinic or hospital easier, and also building trust for them to make sure to always come for medical checkup, and always trust the process of the treatments. Cervical cancer can be a serious and life-threatening disease, but with an early detection and also regular medical checkup, it can help a lot of people. Regular cancer screening such as pap test and also HPV test can help detect an early disease that is more treatable. It is important for people to be aware of their risk factors for this cancer, and to take steps to reduce their risk, such as getting vaccinated against HPV and getting regular cervical cancer screenings. Overall, there is still hope for people who have been diagnosed with cervical cancer. With an early detection and treatment, the survival rate can be quite high. Regular checkups and screenings are key in detecting cervical cancer in early stage.
Okay, in my case, okay, how to persuade people to go to medical checkup? Okay, basically, this is a self-responsibility thing, because if you don't go to medical checkup, you don't have any further knowledge about the cancer, how at this stage, and it is a very big thing to know, because if the cancer had reached a certain type of stage, it will cause you more damage, such as if you have reached stage 4, maybe the cancer have gone through your bodies. And like I said, like your question, Miss Lin Ramli, what are the assumption, or what makes people scared of going to medical checkup? In my case, this is cancer prostate thing. Okay, if cancer prostate cases, men's are scared to go to the medical checkup because of, the doctor need to touch their thingy and something cold. So that's bring the shame to them. It's not a shame about the fact that they have a cancer or yada, but they're afraid of that thing because of our culture, and because of our society that judge that if a man need to show his private thing to someone, it is a very shame thing. For me, it is a very not true thing, because as we know that sometimes it will give a benefit to us, and sometimes it's not. But in this case, when you go into medical checkup, it's a very difficult thing. So that's it.
Thank you so much. I agree. to the fact that we all have this stigma that people are really scared to get for medical checkup. They are scared for the outcome that might affect their life. And honestly, cancer is a disease that we might realize it or we might not realize it. Like, we don't have any symptom and just suddenly we are sick and we have this illness. I agree on the stigma that since it is a silent disease, it will make people really scared to get to know either they have it or not. So, Mr. Anik and Miss Ainishra, before we close this session for today, please tell us your hope for the cancer survivor or cancer patient or anyone in the society about this cancer and the awareness that you are hoping for about this disease. The floor is yours.
Okay, so for the hope for the cancer prostate in the near future is, I hope that more men are clear about this and more men are more acknowledging knowledge that cancer prostate is a bigger problem and it is a threat for us. And most of the guys who were patient to cancer prostate is nearly early 30 or to late 30 to early 40s years old, and it is now you can say that that's the pattern, but most of it that's the age that they had cancer. But nowadays, even you were 20 years old or you early 30-year-old, it is still a threat for you because nowadays it is such a different life from 2000s and early 2000s or on the 90s. So it's a very difficult thing, and I hope there's more men going to medical checkup when he found that there's a suspicious thing about their thingy, about when he watched something, when he do a self-examination by himself, when he found something weird, he just straight went to doctor and to not to speculate or to not to do a self-research or go do anything stupid. But what I recommend is, what I hope is this: the numbers of the medical checkup that men goes is increased year by year, because the awareness about this cancer is still at a very low stage, because people who had it just keep it quiet and not tell a story about it, and that's the problem.
To conclude, I really think that it is really important for people to do medical checkups, because I know that government will help if they have like the symptoms that I already told at early video. And also this cancer depends on the genetics, what we eat. So we need to eat healthy, more follow the pyramid tables, and eat more green vegetables especially. And so also about I think in this world where we live in social media, it is really important for us to spread awareness, and also to tell our family, especially our parents, our grandparents who old and might have chance to get these symptoms, especially for women, and to do medical checkups, and also so that we can prevent this from happening, and the case for this will be decreased. So that's all for me. Thank you. Bye.
Alright, thank you so much for our guests, Mr. Anik and Miss Ain. So we have heard your experience and hope and their opinions about this cancer, about this disease. And I just hope that this episode will actually bring something new to everyone. And please be aware and stay aware about this disease and any other disease. Cancer is a silent disease and we shall not be scared. Always go to medical checkup for a better health and better future. And we shall end this session, I guess. Thank you so much again to Mr. Anik and Miss Ain for coming, even though it's online. And shall we meet for next episode maybe, inshallah. And thanks so much everyone for watching. Bye bye.